Okay, welcome again to Tech Unplugged live from NetApp Inside. I am Enrico Signoretti. I'm with Martin from CURAit.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for your time, actually. So, can you talk a little bit about us, introduce yourself and your company?
Yes, of course. My name is Martin. I'm the CEO and founder of CURAit in Denmark. We are a small managed service provider that has built all our services around NetApp from one end to the other. So we have from E-Series to Fast to Solidfire as the recently purchased. So, yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned Denmark. So it's a kind of, far from my home. I come from Italy. You can guess that from my accent. But and working there, can you describe a little bit the market, the kind of enterprises that you are serving?
Yes, of course. Well, the Danish market has a very broad mid-sized segment, and that's where we operate very well. So we have a lot of businesses actually going from 5-10 users to several hundred users. And the large enterprise, that's not my general focus because many people want to be there. So my main focus is the mid-size, and that has a very large footprint in Denmark.
Well, which is interesting actually, because we usually talk about the large enterprise, but actually all around we have a lot of medium-sized business. So you are serving that kind of business, and I'm really interested in what they are looking for from a provider like you.
Well, that's the key thing, is that the CURAit is actually trying to achieve that we break down all the different large technologies and make it consumptible from a mid-sized perspective. They have the same needs as large enterprise, just in another way. So what we're doing in our data centers is that we try to break it down to something that they can relate to. Like the GDPR that is coming out here in 2018, how can that be effective when you're talking from a service provider perspective? How can we secure data? How can we actually achieve that we not only back up your data, but keeping your data safe and make sure that we have it replicated towards our second facility? So all that different technology talk we actually try to break down, and that we have achieved very well from our own perspective.
Oh, that's interesting actually. And so you are talking about data, so you have the same data locality kind of problem that we are all around Europe, and this is why you are an advantage for them, because you are a local provider, right?
I'm a local provider, yeah, definitely. The hyperscalers, they're out there, and I can't compete to that, but they can definitely do something that I can't, and I can do something that they can't. I can actually be local and be very in eye height and think about the needs that the customer have, and then be a jump to the hyperscaler. And that is actually what we define as a hybrid IT, and that what we're doing very well is that there is a way to the big cloud, and you need a local service provider that has the local knowledge of the company's needs and security regulations and all that. So there is a very big part of the market that actually acquired that we are there locally to support them.
So do you see this private hybrid cloud also for the small companies, or it's just they are moving their stuff to your premises?
Well, that's a combination, again, of needs, because the customer actually wants the data where they are and all 24 hours a day all around the world. So a way to that could actually be that we are just replicating the data towards our data center and then towards the hybrid cloud. So when they go to US, when there is a copy there for them. And a very good thing here is actually Office 365. We are building some services around Office 365 that actually use only the metadata to use the Office 365 at the main engine room, but we're keeping a local copy of all the data close to the company, so we can achieve all the different SLA on security and backup and recovery and all that. So that all the data is actually then just replicated towards the hyperscalers, but we are actually achieving to keeping the customer close to us.
This is a very interesting story, where we can find more information about your company and you, if you are on Twitter or on social media.
Yeah, definitely. We are on all the social media, and definitely also we have a webpage, both in Danish and English. So yeah, feel free to visit if you have time.
Thank you very much again.
Thank you very much.